Good day, this is quick myofascial release for hips. You'll need 2 tennis balls, a cushion or blanket. First, I want to point out a couple of landmarks here where we're working today. First is these bony knobs here, just outside of your sacrum, which is the flat triangle shape of bone in the end of the spine. And iliac crest, which is right above your pelvis here. So we'll be rolling the balls just right below that. And then we'll be working on glutes as a whole, circular shape. And we'll work right on the bull's eye there. And the last reference point is the frontal hip bone you need to be locating later on. So what we'll do is that we start from the back, from the PSIS, those bony knobs, and then work along the sacrum, the triangular bone, and then glutes, and then we roll all the way along the iliac crest here and end up towards the frontal hip bone. Good. Lie down on your back and let's get started. So locate the balls under the bony knobs, the PSIS that we were first looking at, and just lower your back down towards the floor and take a moment here to take a couple of deep breaths so that you can kind of relax on top of the balls. And you can then walk your feet a little wider apart towards the edges of your mat and drop your knees together so that your knees are leaning towards each other's, and you can close your eyes and just keep breathing in and out calmly through the nose. And this might feel a little intense, or if you don't feel anything, then keep twiddling the balls, finding a good spot. This is not the rocket science, and there is no right or wrong way of doing it. So if you don't feel anything, twiddle, find the better spot. Vice versa, if you feel too much or you feel any stabbing pain, then please move the balls, adjust. Good, then we'll move the balls slightly, lower down just a centimeter or two, lower down along your sacrum there, and again drop your knees together and just breathe. If you feel comfortable here, you can stay there, or if you want to add some movement, come on your elbows, on your forearms, and start rolling back and forth on the floor so that the balls will be moving under your glutes. So see what works for you. If this feels good, you can keep doing this. Otherwise, you can just lie down as well and just chill and breathe and let gravity work on you so that it will let you relax on top of the balls. Therefore, give a little more pressure and work there. So up to you. And if you still keep moving, you can now lower down and just release the balls for a moment here. You can lie down, I'll just show you where we gonna go next. So we're gonna come right on the bull's eye, where the piriformis is located, kind of in between the bigger and smaller glutes, and locate the ball there, kind of in that hole in between those muscles. And same thing, just relax, let the gravity work on you, keep breathing, and just relax there. Another option is to bring your right ankle on top of your left knee so that you form a figure 4 there, and then start swinging from side to side so that the ball will be rolling under your right glutes, and that might feel a little more intense when you lower your knee towards the right side. And when you find a good spot there, just stay there, keep breathing, and just try and relax. You can also add some movement there again if you like. And just take a last one more breath before we're switching the sides. And you can just stay there, you don't need to do anything. I'll just swap around so you can see better what I'm doing. So come lying down. We'll start from the same setup. So bring the balls on the bullseye, on glutes, and take a couple of breaths here just to feel how it feels after you have done the first side, and we'll be doing the second one. So now bring your left ankle on top of the right knee, and we keep rolling or start rolling again back and forth sideways so that the ball will be moving under the left glutes. So just take your time here, and when you find a good spot, just stay still for a moment. And again, if you feel like preferably moving a little bit, you can keep swinging back and forth, or you can stay still. Up to you. And we'll take last couple of breaths here before changing the position. So take one more deep breath, inhale and exhale. Release the balls and come lying down on your back for a moment. And just take a few moments here just to feel effects on your body. One more deep breath. And you can stay on the floor. I'll just come up and show you where we're going next. So just keep lying down and look towards here. So now we're gonna do that rolling just below the iliac crest all the way towards the frontal hip bone. So we finish up towards the frontal hip bone, and we start from lying down on our back. So first take the balls where we started in the beginning, next to the bony knobs on the side of your sacrum, and then widen them with a couple of centimeters and keep them a couple of centimeters below the iliac crest on top of your pelvis. And then straighten the left leg. Keep the right feet on the ground, right knee is bent, and start leaning slightly towards the left and start rocking and rolling the ball underneath so that it starts moving along the line I showed you in the beginning, below the iliac crest, around the pelvis, just rocking from right to left, and just find a comfortable position there where you will be able to do this movement. It doesn't need to be that big, but just feel the ball rolling back and forth. So just a gentle movement. And also here, if you find some spots where you want to take a moment just to chill there and take a few deep breaths, you can stay there. And then we start slowly coming a little more towards the left side. Still not fully on the left side, but almost. And same thing, start rocking back and forth as we did earlier. And again, this is not exact science, so just make sure that you are comfortably there and twiddle the ball if it doesn't feel that it's in the right place. As long as you're not on top of the iliac crest, it's all good. And again, you can take a pause here, just take a couple of breaths, stay still, and then we move on the left side. So now the ball is right under you on your left side, and you just stay there. I quickly show you where we heading from here. So we now right beside the left hip, and then we start moving towards the frontal hip bone, just below it, kind of the spot where the small pocket of the jeans would be if you would be wearing them. So that's where we end up. However, now we're still side. So take a couple more breaths here, and then roll on towards the frontal hip bone, lower your knee to the floor, or you can prop it up with the yoga bolster, blanket, blocks, anything. And stay still here. This might be quite a tender spot, so just use your breath. Inhale and exhale throughout the nose. One more really deep breath here. And when you're ready, release the ball, come lying down on your back. We take a little rest here in between the sides. So just feel the effects. You may as well feel the difference in between the sides as the other one is now done. And when ready, come back up and we'll go for the other side. And again, I swap the sides so that you can see me better. However, you just stay where you are. And bring the ball to the opposite side, straighten the opposite leg. The other feet is placed on the floor. And then we start rocking and rolling now towards the right side. And same thing again. First, just keep rolling. If the ball is kind of slipping away, just correct the position there. And if you feel like finding a still spot, taking a couple of breaths there, might as well do so. And slowly we start coming a little more towards right. We're still not on the right side, but quite kind of close to. Again, keep rolling or stay for the moment, taking a few breaths there. Once again, letting the gravity work on you, maybe adding a little bit of some movement or just try and relax. And take one more round of breath. And then we start moving towards the right hand side. When you're ready, bring your knee over down towards the ground on your mat or prop it up with yoga bolster, cushions, anything what you have in handy. Double check you have a good spot there. Adjust the ball if needed. And again, try and avoid it being on top of the bone, but just below the frontal hip bone where that pocket zone would be, as if we were wearing the jeans on. Really good. Release the ball, come lying down, take a few breaths here. Feel effects, feel any sensations on the body. You can stay here for longer if you like and do kind of a savasana, final relaxation. I will thank you for the practice and I will see you again tomorrow. Thanks for joining and see you tomorrow. Thank you.